YouTube. What's up, baby? We're back in this thing again with another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about the book of Boba Fett, Chapter 2, entitled The Tribes of Tatooine. So, you already know how this goes, bro. We get into the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So, the book of Boba Fett, Chapter 2, The Tribes of Tatooine. So in this one, we kind of open up where we left off in the last episode, where Phoenix was after, the last 2 assassins, and Boba Fett wanted her to bring in, at least one of them alive so they can question them and figure out, why were they after Boba Fett, and who sent them. So she does that. So that's where it picks up. It's showing her bringing back that last prisoner to Boba Fett for questioning. So when they get him in for questioning, what ends up happening is they find out that he is part of a crew or a gang or affiliation, whatever it is, but they're called the Night Wind, and they have a good rep behind them. You know what I'm saying? So they're not to be really be messed with, and also they don't really get information if they get caught. But being Boba Fett is Boba Fett, he ends up making them talk, and we end up finding out that, per se, the mayor sent these assassins after Boba Fett. So, hearing that, it's time for Boba Fett to go take a trip to the mayor. And not only does he take a trip to the mayor, but he brings that assassin, that he had in shackles. And so, anyways, they get to the mayor, and, at first, the people that work for the mayor was trying to make up so many different excuses in order to not let him in. Oh, well, the mayor's not here right now. Or, I didn't see your name on the list in the line to see the mayor, so I can't let you in. And Boba Fett's like, bro, I'm not trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing word that this fool sent this assassin to kill me, and I'm here to talk to the mayor. It's time for us to talk. It's no more games. So he bypasses what everybody says. He bypasses the people as well and just walks straight into the room that the mayor's in. And we find out that the mayor's name is like Moke Shiaz or Moke Shays. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that right. Star Wars names, bro, they just be all wild and crazy. So, but anyways, he talks to the mayor, and the mayor's like, I didn't send this guy after you, whatever, But being that they're part of the Night Wind Guild, thank you for bringing them to me. And then he shoots the assassin, or one of the mayor's guards shoots the assassin, and he tells him the reason why I shot him is because the Night Wind Guild are not allowed to operate in this system. So he says, thank you for actually bringing them to me. And he gives them compensation for it. He actually gives them some money. And beyond that, he also is giving them advice and giving them things to think about as well. Because he's saying that, he definitely did not send this assassin toward him or for him or whatever it may be. So the question that you need to have now is who really sent those assassins at you, as well as he gives them some information and tells them you need to go and talk to Garza's sanctuary. You need to talk back to Mrs. Garza. And so he's like, okay, word, I'll do that. So he leaves, and he goes to the Garza Sanctuary, which is basically that club that we saw on the last episode. And he talks to Madame Garza, and she's talking to him, and everything seems cool, but she's just a little bit shooken up. Not like so much shooken up to the point where she's like, oh, well, I betrayed you, so he found out you about to kill me, but just more so just shooken up about certain things. So he can tell that there's something on her mind, something bothering her. So he's like, yo, I was sent here to come talk to you by the mayor. So, and that we're good and everything like that. So, you don't have to lie to me about nothing, just let me know what's got you shook, and let me know why the mayor sent me to you to talk to. So she says, oh, well, you haven't heard or anything like that? He's like, what are you talking about? And he says, the twins are actually, have a problem with you taking over the throne, their cousin's throne. which is Jabba. So it's Jabba's two cousins that are twins. It's like a male and a female, and I think they're joined in the body. It's not that they're twins and they're like separate entities. They're twins and they're joint in the body. So it's it's kind of crazy. But anyways, he's like, well, the twins are busy, doing this elsewhere and da 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 da. And she's like, no, like, they're not happy with the fact that you took over Jabba's position. They feel like, that's everything that Jabba has, and also Jabba's position is now theirs. So he's like, well, I guess they'll have to see me. And then in the background, you can hear like this music going. It's like a drum, and all of a sudden, everybody that's in the bar, they kind of like stop mingling and stop talking and stop drinking. And, basically, that the twins have arrived to the scene. So the twins come to the scene, and they're talking to Boba Fett, and they're basically saying like, we know who you are, you know what I'm saying? And we've come to get what's ours. So regardless of how Jabba was disposed, this is ours. This belongs to us. We inherited this. We get to inherit this, not you, And Boba's not trying to hear that. He's like, you know what? I took out I took out Jabba's successor, and now I sit on the throne. So the only way you're gonna get the throne, the only way you're gonna get everything that what would be yours, what you would own, is by killing me. And so like I said, it's a male and a female for the Jabbas, or whatever they're called, their species. I don't know, Hutts. I don't know. But anyways, the two of them talk amongst each other, and then the male Hutt was like, you're making my sister mad, and she's thinking that we should kill you, but I'm not like that. I'm more, patient, and I'm willing to work things out with you, but you just need to give us everything that we want, and you can do what you want after that. And Bubba still is like, I'm not going to give you guys anything. The only way you're going to get this from me is by killing me. I took the throne over, and so it's mine, and everything else that comes with the throne is mine. So if you guys got a problem with that, I would suggest you do what your sister says, and that would be trying to kill me. And so all of a sudden we get introduced to this like gladiator or warrior that works with these twins, and he's a Wookiee. And he looked dope, bro. It just gave me vibes of like Planet of the Apes. You know what I'm saying? The general on there, like, I was like, bro, this dude is crazy, right? But Bubba wasn't shook by that, and he's like, like I said, it still is gonna be that way. You're gonna have to take it away from me, bro. So they're like, okay, well, you know what? Well, no bloodshed needs to be spilled. There's no need for bloodshed today. But we will be back. You know what I'm saying? And so they leave and they go. And then from there, you see that Boba Fett is actually entering back into that bacta tank, and he goes to sleep. And of course, when he goes to sleep, the story of him and the Tuskens pick back up. So we pick right back up, like, from last time. And from there, we're basically seeing Boba Fett, and he's getting trained on how to fight with the staff still. He kind of got trained on the last episode a little bit, but like now you see his progression. Like, he's getting better at learning their ways. He's getting better at understanding them, and at the same time, they're getting better at understanding him and learning his ways. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a mutual lane of learning from amongst each other. So like I said, you see him training with like that one general with the staff. I like, to me, I think it's like a female. Like, that's the type of vibe I get from her, or whatever it is, the Tusken. That's the type of vibe I get from the Tusken. I feel like it's a female Tusken. You know what the one I'm talking about, bro? It has like longer like scarves hanging out. It almost looks like dreads. You feel me? But anyways, like I said, he's getting trained with by the Tusken with the staff, and then what ends up happening is, like, people started getting shot, and you're like, yo, what's going on? And all the Tuscans are like, you know, scrambling around trying to figure out, and then some of them grab weapons and they start like shooting. And what ends up happening is like there's this bus passing by, or train passing by, and you know, it's something that, but we don't know what it is, and the Tuscans know what it is, but we don't know what it is just yet. So all we know is the train came by shooting at the Tuscans, and the Tuscans try to shoot back, but they didn't really hit anything. And then after the turmoil, like Bubba's like looking through everything. He's like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can just, he's not saying anything, but you can like read his mind by like his thoughts, and or you can read his mind by like the way he's looking at people, and seeing the destruction, you know, seeing the kids, you know, and the adults and stuff like that talking amongst each other. You see dead Tuscan Raiders, you know what I'm saying, on the ground and stuff like that. And so you feel that he's like, you know what? I'm gonna help y'all with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the situation ends up being, right? Um so what happens is at nighttime they're kind of holding ceremonies for the dead Tuscan Raiders, like they're burning their bodies, you know what I'm saying? Cremating them. And in the midst of that, Boba sees some people riding on speeders. And I don't. Oh yeah, okay. So in the midst of that, Boba sees people riding on speeder bikes, and so he's like, you know what? He talks to one of the head Tuscan like chiefs or raiders, whatever you want to say, and he's like, look, I'm gonna be back. He tried to explain as best he can. He's like, look, I'm gonna be back by morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go do something for you. I'm gonna handle this train situation. And so what he does is he basically follows these bikers to like this little bar, and it's some type of alien race there, but that's the bikers are all that alien race. And then also in the bar, you got regular humans and stuff like that, right? So obviously this biker gang per se, like runs things. So they start some trouble with some people that are there, and just as things are about to get like real nasty, Bubba shows up, and he comes in with the staff, and he comes in with the gun, and he handles all of them. And then when he leaves, he takes their bikes, and then he comes back in the morning like he had promised to the Tuscans' village, or you know what I'm saying, or camp. And then when he gets there, he tells them, "Hey, like I told you, I was gonna stop the train, or I was gonna help you with the train. This is how I'm gonna do it. We're gonna use these speeders." And all of a sudden, all these Tuscan Raiders start beating up the bike and trying to take it apart. He's like, yo, no. Like, look, I'm gonna teach y'all like y'all teaching me. I'm gonna teach y'all how to ride these bikes, and then we gonna go take out this train. And so that's what he does. He starts teaching them how to ride the bikes and stuff like that. And it was a cool little thing to see. And then comes the situation where the train comes back around after he's already taught them how to ride the bikes and jump here and there and use the grappling hook and da. He's taught them a lot. So now the train comes by. Him and the Tuscan Raiders, they end up stopping the train. Long story short, they end up stopping the train. Yes, there's some death from the Tuscan Raiders, and as well as I think that they're the Pike people, bro. Like from the Han Solo movie, but I could be wrong, bro. But anyways, it's an alien race on there, and some of them die, and like I said, some of the Tuscan Raiders die. But they do stop the train. And Bubba lets them know, like, look, well, first of all, the Tuscan Raiders, they raided the train, bro, and took what they needed. And as they're doing that, Bubba talks to like the leader of that like group or whatever that was running the train, and he tells him like, look, like I don't know if you guys are smuggling stuff and stuff like that, but like this is Tuscan like territory, and you're not allowed to roll through here anymore. And if you are, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pay them money in order to do it, and then with that, we won't attack you no more, and you'll have protection from the Tuscan Raiders as well. So that and also that's a stipulation that you have to do in order for us to let you go. And we're gonna let you go back, and you can go talk back to the syndicate that you run with, and you can tell them the stipulation, and if they agree with it, cool. If not, we'll see you again. You know what I'm saying? So he ends up letting them go. And then from there we end up going back to the village, and he ends up going into the tent with like all the elder Tuscans, and then they tell him, like, one of the elder Tuscans tell him, like, I have a gift for you, and it's like a lizard, and he's just like, yo, what the heck, bro? They like shoot some, like, they like do that, like, afflict some sand in his eye, and then all of a sudden, bro, that lizard crawled up in his nose and up in his brain. I was like, yo, what the bad? How did that happen? And he's like, yo, like, I saw the lizard. I don't know if I ate it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't even know what happened, bro. All of a sudden, his vision starts getting blurry, and he ends up going into this dream. And he sees all these different, like, things, whatever. I'm not going to get into all of it, but he sees all these different things. And then you see him walking towards a tree. And then he gets to the tree, and the branches enclose his body. And then within that, he breaks a branch. And then all of a sudden, they go back to, like, where the Tuscan, village is. And you see somebody heading towards the village. And so people, the Tuscan, bro, the way they talk, bro, is funny, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but the way they talk is funny. But so people are like, yo, like, who is that? Get their guns out, stuff like that. And the little young Tuscan Raider boy that, he got saved from Boba Fett, he notices that it's Boba Fett. So he runs out there, he goes to see him, and what ended up happening was, this was like a trial. So it was like a dream, and it was like a trial at the same time. Like, things were really happening, but things weren't really happening at the same time. But he really did, after that lizard got in his nose, he really did go to a tree, and he broke off a branch, and he brought it back. And so when he brought the branch back, you know what I'm saying, they took him back in to the like little tent area where all the Tuscan Raiders were, and they get the lizard out of his nose, and he's like, oh, like, so it wasn't a dream type stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then he's welcome into the Tuscan Raider village, bro. Like, they give him robes, they robe him up, then they take him to their blacksmith per se, and that branch that he had was actually, they carve it, and he's watching the elder do it, but then after that he does it to his own thing. Like, so they tell him, like, this is what you do, and then he does everything. So he made that staff, the staff that he had in The Mandalorian, and that he has in this show. So he makes the staff, everything is good, and he's accepted by the people, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then at nighttime, they have this, like, little thing where they're standing by the fire, and everybody starts, like, getting their staff, and then it's like they're fighting, and it's like, but they're not fighting each other, though. They're just doing, like, moves and copying each other, right? And then one by one, everybody else gets up and do the same thing until they're all doing it. Like, it was a dope scene, bro. It was a dope scene, bro. Sorry about that. But yeah, man, that's how this episode ended, bro. I thought this was a strong episode for sure. But let's see. So 3 of my favorite scenes will be Boba fighting the gang. And that was dope, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he went to go get those speeder bikes, you know what I'm saying? That was dope when he took on the gang by himself. Another scene would be him teaching the Tuscan Raiders how to ride the speeder bikes, bro. That was hilarious. My last scene would probably be Boba stopping the train with the Tuscan Raiders. Like, it was a lot of stuff that happened in that scene, but all of that was good, bro. All of that was good, man. So those would be my 3 favorite scenes. At first, when I was watching, like, the half without the dream, I was gonna give this like a 8.5, 8. But once you take that and you add what happened in the dream, bro, the stuff in the dream was just beautiful to see. And you have both of those elements together, bro. I have no choice but to give it a 10. So it's another 10 out of 10 for the rating for this baby. Yes, sir. 2 episodes in, 2 10 out of 10s. Let's go, Star Wars. I'm here for it. Anytime, every time. Let's do it. So, but if you guys saw this episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. And until next time, baby.